Oh my goodness. I haven't dropped a video in almost a week, and before I even continue with anything else, I'm gonna just let you know now, this is just me sitting down talking to y'all because I just want to sit down and talk to y'all. One thing that I've noticed lately is I get on social media a lot. Social media can be a good thing and it can also be a bad thing. It just depends on who you are as a person, and it depends on how you control your social media, because one thing is you control how people see you with social media and all that by what you post and everything like that. And me myself, see, this is one thing I do. I post things and I delete. I post a lot of stuff and I oftentimes delete it because I just think, oh, that my opinion wasn't irrelevant or anything, or just anything of that sort. And I'd be like, oh, this is overwhelming. When I post a lot on my Instagram story, I get overwhelmed. Like, it's just too much. And this is a message that I have for myself, and I have for a lot of other people too. The message is shut up and keep scrolling. Shut up and keep scrolling. What does shut up and keep scrolling mean? It means, exactly what it says. This is one thing social media has implanted to a lot of our brain. Everybody has to have their opinion on something. And this is one thing that I most certainly don't agree with. And this is one thing that I also need to learn myself. I've gotten better at doing this, but I'm not where I want to be with it. You'll see things on social media, you'll see things on Twitter, you'll see things on people's Instagram stories. What a lot of us do is, first thing we don't agree with, we feel like we have to swipe up, we feel like we have to mention them in a comment, we feel like we have to say something about it, instead of just going on with our day. That's not how life really is. Social media has given everybody the thought of my opinion really matters. Now, I'm not saying your opinion doesn't matter, because everybody's opinion matters to themselves. But you giving your opinion to someone else, what does that mean to that other person? Unless you're trying to teach them, unless you're trying to inform them and not combat what they're saying, I understand that. But if you see something you don't like, if you see something you don't agree with, you don't necessarily have to swipe up and say blah, 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 or say the opposite of what they're saying, because they're social media. Shut up and keep scrolling. And if you don't like what they're saying consistently over time, just unfollow them or remove them from your social media. Not everything has to have an opinion to it. And this is something that I said yesterday, because I don't care what anybody says. I think YoungBoy is a better artist than J. Cole. Artist, not a rapper. When we talking about bars and spitting, J. Cole, I think J. Cole is better than YoungBoy. When we talk about being an artist, making music in general, the whole entire category, I'm gonna say YoungBoy. You feel me? I don't hate anybody that swipes up and give their opinion on my things, but then I really started thinking, why do people think their opinion is gonna change my opinion? You know, you have those people who just love to argue. That I don't understand, because what satisfaction do you get from that? Yeah, you got your point across, but a lot of times if you argue with a person, a lot of times, even if you win, you're not going to win, because they're still gonna think what they thought in the beginning. So what's the point of arguing with people? What's the point? You can state your opinion, but state your opinion on your own terms. If you state your opinion on what somebody else said, why? It doesn't matter. Just keep scrolling. You know, I think your life will be paused. Your life can get held up by you giving your opinion on everything. And this is something that I have to get so much better at doing, bro, because I am so quick to give my opinion on something that I really don't care about. I care about it, but after those 30 minutes, after that hour of worrying about that situation, you're like, what did I gain from that? Like, what was the point of me doing that? I need to control my social media better. And this is something that we can all learn how to do. Social media is some people's jobs, but I think if you're at a point to where you're overwhelming yourself, then you need to control your social media use. You need to learn how to, stay in your own lane. And this is one thing. So y'all, what I like to do is I like to just like listen to game from people who have made it, like Mayweather, Jay-Z. You feel me? They all got it out the mud. They know what they talking about. And sometimes I just listen to their interviews and things like that. And you don't become successful, or you don't live the life that you want to live by getting in other people's business, by not staying in your lane, by interfering with other people. And unless you work for CNN, unless you work for TMZ, unless you're a gossiper or a blogger and you're getting paid from it, that's your job. But at the same time, you still have to stay in your own lane. You still have to shut up and just keep scrolling. It's one thing I'm getting so much better at. It takes day by day, but y'all, we just gotta shut up and keep scrolling. And I'm telling you, once you stop caring what a lot of people think, or once you stop caring what a lot of other people say, then your life is way easier. Your life is so stress free. Feel me? If you feel like you gonna if you say something and you feel like some people are gonna say something back, turn your comment options off, or don't allow people to DM you. Don't allow people to respond. Say your opinion. Have peace with your opinion, and forget what everybody say. I say statements and I know people gonna combat it, bro. And I'm still standing on what I say no matter what. That's what a lot of us need to learn how to do, is shut up and keep scrolling. I looked so good. Becam 3 signing out.